This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union. All right, Jake, time to get things going here. Swimming and diving season cranks up this weekend down in Buies Creek against Campbell. Excited to get going?
Yeah, Alan, absolutely. This is year number 9 in program history. It's year number 9 for Jessica and I together as swimming coaches, and then Tori, who joined our staff last year as our diving coach, year number 2 for her. And it's surreal in a way. We feel as though we're just getting started now after 9 years, really 8 years, and starting our 9th year. We have the pool, as you can see. We have top 5 facility in the country. We've always had the support from the administration, from the athletics department. This year we have recruited divers for the first time in program history, and we have a diving coach, and Tori's fantastic. And our 4 divers are fantastic. We're going to add more. We're not going to stop at 4. We're going to add even more. So for the first time in 9 years, we have a full program. And for the past 8 years, we've been going up against teams that had a full swimming and diving program. And you could say that we were swimming with one arm behind our back, so to speak. But now we have diving, we have swimming, we have all the resources, have the facility. The expectations are certainly higher. But that's what every coach wants. You want to play at the highest level.
Who's been diving well in the preseason workouts?
Oh, all of them. Olivia Robinson came in probably the best on paper. But Abigail Egoff Jensen, very good platform diver. Allison Van Milligan, she's from Colorado. She can dive. Lauren from Texas. I mean, they're good. I mean, they're good divers. They are comparable as freshmen to where our swimming recruits are when they come in. I mean, they're all junior national level qualifiers in their respective sports. So they're good. I mean, they'll develop, but they won't need a whole lot. When you already drive a Porsche or a Ferrari, you don't need to do much under the hood. You just don't wreck it.
How about balancing your time? Obviously, you talk about your staff and what you do, but now having the divers, how do you balance your time during workouts?
Yeah, it's. I find myself and Jessica as well. We turn around and we see divers, and they're on the platform or they're on the 3-meter, and we've never had that before. And not that it's distracting. I don't want to say that it's distracting, but it's a nice distraction to have when you turn around and you're watching the swim practice. You turn around and you see national level platform divers, doing 2.5s off 10-meter or whatever it is that they're doing. It's a lot to take in, but it's good, and that's what you want. So we have 31 on the team this year, 27 swimmers and 4 divers, and we'll go up from there. We're going to add more divers. So it's fun. I mean, there's never a dull moment. You can look around and see somebody somewhere doing something impressive. And for the first time again in 8 years, our 9th year here, we finally have that.
How do you scout opponents? I mean, swimming is a unique sport to where your girls get in, they dive against the time. I mean, you compete point-wise for the other team against them. But when you do look at tape of an opponent, what do you tell your girls about that?
Yeah, there's actually no tape. It's just all times. Okay. And scores on the diving boards. Yeah, and we know exactly who their freshmen are and exactly what their times are. There's a database of times. So it's, we talk about recruiting in swimming. It's really easy because you know exactly who the best recruits are in the country. All their times are in the database, and there's no one that hides. And so it's easy. There's really no diamonds in the rough unless they haven't been trained or they, for whatever reason, didn't go to meets where the times were reported, but that's rare. So it's really easy to recruit because you know everybody's times, you know who all the top times are in the country. That also makes it hard on the other end because every single coach in the country knows who every single kid is, and they all know who the fastest kids are. And there's over 200 Division I women's swimming and diving programs. So, there are very few student athletes that go unnoticed. So when it comes to scouting opponents, we know exactly what their times are, who their kids are. There's really we can plug people into a lineup based on what they swam, and we can predict points. So there aren't a lot of surprises. There aren't a lot of upsets. It's not an any given Saturday type of environment in swimming and diving. The great matchups are when you have teams separated on paper by a tenth here in a certain race, or maybe a half second there in a certain race. Those are the meets that can be close. But the best teams in the country, when there are no Michigan versus Appalachian State upsets. It just doesn't happen, just because it's almost impossible for somebody that's 5 seconds faster in an event to lose to somebody who's 5 seconds slower. It just doesn't happen that way. But so we try to swim people, dive people. We try to schedule people that are pretty close to us. To make it a good meet. We don't want to blow everybody out. We don't want to get blown out by, all the teams on our schedule. So, and it's nice we can make our own schedule, which is nice too. So we can choose exactly who we want to swim, who we want to compete against. So we know everybody. It's just, do you win those close races that are decided by a tenth of a second?
Final thought here. How do the times line up versus Campbell, who you'll see this weekend?
Yeah, Campbell, I always say that Campbell is deceptive in that, we go down there to start the year every year, and our women sometimes, I don't want to say it's a lack of respect, but, we don't stay overnight. We just hop on the bus, and it's 3.5 hours, and get off the bus, and we expect them to swim fast. And I don't want to say we're rusty, but it's the first meet of the year. And it's a home meet for Campbell, and they're juiced up every year to have us down there. And it's a tough meet. It's a tough meet every year. I mean, we've won by 10 points, we've won by 12 points, we've won by 20 points. But 10 points in a dual meet is close. I mean, it's always a close meet. So Campbell's going to be ready to go. They're well coached. Pascal started their program from scratch some 13 years ago, and he's been the only coach in their program's history, so a similarity there. And they're going to be good. They're going to be really good. We're going to have an alumna of our program, Randy Grubbs, is in the physical therapy program. It's a PhD physical therapy program down at Campbell, so she's going to be there. Hopefully she'll be wearing the Liberty Flames red, because I saw a picture on Instagram the other day where she has the Campbell orange, the orange and black. So. But it's good. We've got alums out there doing special things, so we're excited to race Campbell. A lot of our parents are going. We have a big group from North Carolina, so it should be fun to start the year.
All right, Jake, appreciate the time. Good luck at Buies Creek. We'll see you in a couple of weeks down in Las Cruces.
Alan, thank you. Yes.